Ladies and gents, I waited for this, right? I waited for this, and we have oh god, this is the worst YouTube intro ever. What is for us on Twitch a live game between two high-level players. Fat Pig, otherwise known as Vivi, or what used to be the Fat Dragon, he is playing as the Persians, and then we have Hera, who is playing as the Huns. First off, my salute goes out to Hera for picking Huns, because I've been picking Huns a lot, and I really like it on rivers. I think it offers so much flexibility, which I'll get to in a second. But man, Vivi has been playing a ton of games. Hera's been playing a ton of games. These two are probably the most active right now amongst the high-level players. And it's interesting that Vivi went for Persians. You know, the new and improved Persians could be very interesting on this. They're actually not bad for a map like Rivers because they do get fire ship or fast fire ship and heavy demo and galleon. You probably won't see galleon utilized much because of the lack of bracer, which is the range attack. But I think fast fire and demo is all you need on Rivers because there's not that much water. And their town centers work faster in Dark Age. It works slightly faster in Feudal Age, slightly faster in Castle and Imp. They start with more resources. It's a good civ. I actually have one of my games going to YouTube because I've been looking for ways to spice up the YouTube only content, and I pick Huns on River. I think, didn't I upload a game where I played a continental match? I think I did, and that was Huns as well. These hybrid maps Huns are very good for because they don't need houses, so they save a lot of wood. They do start with 100 less wood. However, you more than make up for that later on. Alright, so this might help you guys out. Dock spots are extremely important. And sometimes if you want to go for, say, fish, corners is the corner spot is where you'd want to dock. So, had Vivi docked here, there are some deep fish. But here, there's a lot more deep fish around. This also tells us that Vivi is likely going to go less aggressive because he's not docking forward. Hera, he's docking forward, so he might opt for aggression. Now this is interesting. There's 8 tiles of gold in the center island, so if this game goes late, that will be important. Really curious what Vivi's planning on doing here, because if you dock the back like that, you can still fight in Feudal, but normally it implies that you might not want to be aggressive, and you might instead be a boomer. T90 officials, should they go to the center and build archers on the... The center docks are a lottery on this map. Yes, Cybzek, exactly. They're a lottery on this map. If you find an area of land that juts out a little bit, then you usually are going to find one deep fish. Huns versus Persians. Well, I mean, Persians are dangerous to Huns. Seadram, Paladin, Heavy Camel. Hera has to be the micro nerd that he is and use his speed. It's all about Castle Age for Huns here. I think early Feudal because Hera's docked forward and then in water engagements, but I think Huns have to take some real advantages in Castle Age. So I know Hera has been playing a lot, and he's probably one of the most improved players over the last year. There's never a question that he was in the top 15, but now people are starting to think that he might be higher than that. But, you know, he's yet to really show that in a big event. And there's one player who has always been a thorn in his side in rated games and in tournaments. And you're looking at him right here, the Fat Pig. Now, in rated games, players used to only play Arabia. Now the rated queue for Age of Empires 2 DE has him playing more hybrid maps. So I think that probably gives Hera an edge. Vivi loves... He's a very stubborn player. He loved to forward Hera, and Hera's not so good against that. Now, you notice the only way to access the other side is here. Like, that crossing is really weird. And Vivi... Oh, boy. I know scout for him. Or, sorry, for Hera. Hera sent his scout directly into the TC fire from Vivi. He actually stood there for a second idle. Now, this could be really bad for Hera. Because it's so important that he knows what Vivi's up to and where Vivi is docked. Hera is on the way to Feudal Age. Can he get to Feudal Age before he takes another hit? Because he will have the speed boost from arriving to Feudal Age. I don't think he can do it. Oh man, Vivi will take care of the scout. When will he do it? When will he do it? Oh my goodness, this is so close! If the rider just... Oh, there we go. Boom! I was thinking maybe the rider should jump off the horse. You know, like you see in those movies? Just jump off of the horse and land the killing blow, and then get back on. But the last thing that Hera saw there, before the doink, was palisade walls. And now, it's up to Hera to figure out what Vivi's doing, or in this case, not doing, right? It's a back dock for a free fish boom. This is definitely a fast castle play from Vivi. 100%. He's walled here. He's walling here, so Hera really can't get to him on land. Now, what should you do if you see this? Hera should make a few fires, and then eventually he should start adding fishing ships, because since Vivi's not pressuring him, he could punish that move by gaining an eco lead with fishing ships. But it might take him some time to figure out, and Vivi's definitely getting to Castle Age. What he'll do when he gets there, I'm not sure. But if Hera doesn't find this, it could be very difficult for him.
Great. Back to casting expert games. I'm glad I can support you and your precious work for the community. Keep doing your thing.
Alright,
Lots of love.
This dock, it's going up. I think Vivi just wants to fast castle and fight for water. That's what it seems like. Hera might need to create a galley to snipe those villagers. You see how he did add some fishing ships? It's a whole lot less efficient for him, though. I also heard a barracks. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hera's towering here. Okay. And I also heard a barracks, and now he's making an archery range. I'm telling you. Huns can be really good here. Vivi will send his scout out. This tower will be an annoyance. He wants to know what Hera's up to. Now, since Vivi has the scout, I imagine he might see the archers, might see the barracks. I think Hera will probably transport. Maybe transport units right here. Vivi is 15 food. On his way to Castle Age now. On his way to Castle Age. Is Hera making a transport ship? This is where the lack of houses really kicks in for Huns. They have so much wood.
That's 2 babies, now less than 3.
I love you guys. I just feel so comfortable casting. Thank God. thank God we found a high level game. I know that it has been really tough. But thank you guys for being patient with me. And there's a villager behind it they're repairing, by the way. And he's been repairing for a while. And I don't think Hera can hit him. I think he's tried. The villager's back there stealthily repairing the dock. Vivi's making demo and some fires. Okay, now the villager is taking some damage. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Fat Pig has a vill here! Oh my god! Fat Pig has a vill? Would be really interesting if he were to make a stable and just stream a knight right into Hera's gold and wood line. But there's the transport from Hera! Will Vivi... You know, if he commits to building the stable forward, or whatever he's going to build, he won't have the wood to have anything at home. That villager is still repairing the dock. Okay, Hera made a galley to shoot him. Oh no, if Hera transports to the left, that's a mistake. He has to transport here. Vivi will also see this. Oh my goodness, this is crucial. He'll see it. Surprise, the archers are here. The dock should go down then. And Vivi is off of his gold. And he'll make a stable at home. Hera only had 4 archers, but he will gain... he will get a vill pick, I think. No, he won't get a Vil pick. Hera, he does have to worry about the Fat Pig on water now. These are fire ships, not fire galleys. I think Hera will have enough numbers to be fine. Vivi's now making a knight here, so it should all but be cleaned up here in a second. And now the scout is running to Hera's base, and Vivi will see where Hera's gold is, and his wood line, and this is just ding, 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 jackpot. The absolute jackpot. Remember, he still has had his fish safe on the back. I think it was a mistake from Hera not to get there. It doesn't have safe gold access, Vivi, and I don't know if he'll comfortably be able to take care of those archers and get to these 2 golds. His other gold is out here, though, and he's taking it. Hera is taking losses at his base. I love that sneak villager. If it wasn't for that sneak villager, I think that Hera would have a pretty big lead right now, because he's soon going to advance to Castle Age. He has fish, he has water control. Vivi picks off a few villagers. And he has to run away now. Now, if this was Huang, we'd see a siege workshop from Vivi right on the hill. And he'd go for mangonels and knights. Hera might still be fine. Vivi will pretty much have to play the hit and run strategy now. But imagine if Hera had proper scouting in this game. He really should think about getting to that gold, I think. But if he had proper scouting in this game, you'd expect that he would have seen the back dock and he would have sent his fire galleys there. That's what the loss of a scout will do to you. Hera is on his way to Castle Age now, so he has about 2 minutes to wait. Still really needs to be preoccupied in defense. And wow, he's built an outpost here, but there's the siege workshop for Vivi. That's such a smart move. And this must be so annoying for Hera. Vivi will snipe 2 more Vils, and then he'll probably just run away. Unless Hera wants to wall him in. Hera really wanted to wall him in there. But that's 3 villagers down, actually, and now he's on the move again. Just excellent use of mobility. As Hera chases these 2, another knight comes in. You know, these are the types of things that you have to be able to do with mobile units. It's very hard to execute. Hera, quick walls, but he's losing units. And oh, the scorpion move from Vivi is a great idea. The knight is kind of trapped in here, and it's not fighting anything. I think Hera has taken a lot of losses. Did kill the knights, 39 villagers though, and it's 48 for Vivi. There's another scorpion behind here. Hera really needs to take care of that villager. And Hera still has not taken care of the fishing ships in the back, and Vivi will now town center here. I mean, Vivi is a commanding lead now. It might not show on the score, but he is a commanding lead. Hera really needs to make it work. Make this Castle Age work. Now, if you're wondering why Hera's added a stable, he's added a stable for a few knights to pick off the siege, and Vivi, expecting that, is adding monks to convert the knights. It's just such epic predictive play from the Fat Pig. Quality game sense, quality position with the town center, and now he will dock, so he might even consider going back on water. Yep, here comes the knight for Hera, the monk for Vivi. Actually, could be out of position. Hera, he expects the monk, and he could snipe that monk, and he will snipe that monk. Well, let's go. Also snipe 2 scorpions. And he snipes the forward villager. Wow. Beautiful play. He's still going to be behind in economy, but that gave him a chance. If the villager was still there, a villager could even TC here, just be a much stronger position. The monk was huge. It was just the timing, I think. Vivi was a bit faster with the monk. Position might have been better. Maybe he got a little bit too confident. Now, here come the Cav Archers, and like I said, Hera needs to micro nerd now. And Cav Archers are going to be a bit of a threat to Vivi for sure. The whole monk Mangonel push is probably done and over with now. So the best way to describe Vivi's play in most of his games is forward pressure and boom behind. Alright, he's so good at that. And Persian town centers are working faster for him right now. He has 59 villagers versus the 44 of Hera. So, what I'm getting at here is, yes, Hera has cleaned up the push, but he's still really far behind. And Hera needs to get the cav archers in and do some damage. And Vivi, knowing that, will just stonewall. Just stonewall. Yep, stonewall, house wall here. Hera will probably have to opt for transports. Though, he's got to be careful because Vivi's on water, and Vivi could deny that. Look at this, though. Knight picked off one vill, could maybe go for another one. And just running away here. Might seem simple, but he might not kill anything else with this knight, but he has 3 cav archers chasing him. Those types of things are so huge. There's 3 cav archers that the fat pig won't have to deal with at his base because he's running like this. He's gone for fish traps back here. I think Hera will realize the hard way. Oh, or he won't, actually. There's a dock back there. Even if Vivi loses his Magnell or loses whatever he's sending forward, it's just allowing him to boom. He's been housed a lot. This has been really sloppy. Every time I go to his point of view, he's housed, actually. But he's adding a 3rd town center now. Hera has quite a few fire ships. He does lose his transport ship. Hera needs to win water back. I shouldn't say win water back because I'd still say he has the lead there. And that's his only way. Because if you're behind 20 vills, if you hold the rivers, you have a chance to come back. Beautiful micro from Hera. Good stuff. The camels won't contribute much. Yep, Hera sniping the monks, staying in the base range of the Mangonel, staying in the minimum range, sorry. And that's good value for him, for sure. So, can Hera come back now that he's 22 vills behind? That's my question. 22 vills behind is a lot. Vivi's housed again. Hera has a tower here, so this is an area he's kind of denying from Vivi. Oh, look at that relic. I wonder if anyone's going to get that this game. That's funny. Hera has 24 military versus 6. I'm thinking that as long as he keeps Vivi away from his base and prevents Vivi from building stables and going for fast cavalier or heavy camel and imp, if he keeps Vivi on his side, it could be good. And Vivi is such a boomer. Look at this town center. I really think what Vivi should be thinking of is taking the water back. Prioritize water upon arriving to imp, so Hera can't keep you from getting to his side. Because if you win water, you're going to be in a fine position when it comes to landing. I don't know if this is MBL on Fat Pig's account, but he continues to get housed. You know what it is? It's probably the faster producing Persian TCs, faster working TCs. It really catches up with you fast. This is such a sick game because Hera could still win it with the flexibility of Huns, with their aggressive options. He spent 125 wood on another transport ship. And if the cav archers make it to the left side, there's a lot of areas they can hit. I think the Fat Pig, true to his name, is maybe eaten a little bit too much here, boomed a little bit too much. He can't seem to balance his eco. He doesn't have a lot of space. I think investing into military or navy in this case would have made a lot more sense. And here come the CA. I mean, any side that Hera chooses is fine, I'm sure. There he goes. He's still housed. Okay, now he's building houses, but he's been housed so much. If he didn't get housed in this game, he would have 110 villagers or something ridiculous, I'm sure. He's been housed for minutes, not just seconds. Well, I guess minutes is technically seconds, but it's a certain amount of seconds. He does continue to try to do this. This actually is not the easiest thing for Hera to micro. But it's Hera. It's the Scorpions, actually, that could do damage, plus the hill. That's good damage from the Scorpions. This is... Oh, man. I'm surprised Vivi keeps producing from here, to be honest. But there we go. Now the Knights come in. That'll do it. One more shot, Vivi. One more shot. Nope. Not to be. Cav Archers here. Doing their best to get in. This prompts Vivi to make some camels. And boom! Nice demo, but still just not a convincing number of Navy from Vivi. Oh, but he'll snipe the transport again. And you know what? This could be quite good for him, actually. It's getting closer. And now the Cav Archers have nowhere to run. I just love how stubborn Vivi has been on this right side. Hera probably wants to clean this up, and Vivi's going to stay here as long as possible. Very stubborn pig. Here from YouTube, what's up? Hey Deadly Cam. Welcome, we're casting a live game between Hera and Vivi. This very well might be on YouTube, actually. I think Vivi needs 2 more docks. He needs 100 more houses, because he's housed again. But yeah, he maybe needs 2 or 3 more docks. He needs more fires, and then I think he can push the center. He's doing it now. Hera has castled here. It's a good castle, but it probably wasn't ideal. If you would have asked him if he wanted to build a castle here when the game started, he would have said, no, I prefer my castles to be forward. Is Hera imping? No, he's not. He doesn't have the eco for it. He is expanding now. And he does have the stone for another castle. I'm thinking Hera might castle this center area. Oh man, this would be huge. If he doesn't get the castle up, or if he doesn't get the villagers there, I think it's probably game over for him. Okay, the transport's coming in. Yeah, he knows it. He knows he's about to lose water. Cav Archers and Knights. Vivi is castling here. Alright, so here's the deal. If Hera castles the center, and he does not imp faster than Vivi, Vivi, who is still turtling, will just treb that down over the water. From either side. If Hera castles here, it'll still happen from the shoreline. Nice little recovery there from Hera on water. 26 farmers for Vivi, and Hera has 17. And he decides to place the castle here instead of on the left, which I think is much better if he wants to take water control, but now Vivi will probably just go imp. That's the problem. So forward castles are good if you're an imp faster. If you're not an imp faster, though, it can be a big loss. I'd like to see Hera use his transport and send units to the left, though. I'd say 3 or 4 villagers, build stables, and start to raid on the left-hand side. I think that's one thing that Hera's been missing in this game. Everything that he's been doing, Vivi's been expecting at this point. And now Vivi is on the way to the Imperial Age. T90, why does this game seem so slow? I don't know. DE runs a bit slower than what you're used to on Booply. I know that it's not supposed to, but it does run a bit slower. Also, with spectating, it slows down. And Vivi is back with this little force. Sorry, I just went fast speed playback and normal. Fire? Okay. But this is just good harassment. If you're in Hera's position, you need to be doing damage with Lance Military, and he can't do it. He can't do damage. This is both the good and the bad thing about Rivers. Good thing is if you gain position in Vivi's situation, you're good to go. Problem is, Hera has all of this military. He's 24 military, and he can't push back. And he'll castle here. Vivi. Now, I think if he knew that Hera wasn't on his way to Imp, he probably would have castled the left side, because that's where Hera could really hit him. It's where he's exposed. But yeah, expect Trebs. Oh, nice demo. Expect Trebs from the Fat Pig, and expect Hera to lose access to the gold in the center. I just don't know where Hera goes from here if he's only in Castle Age. Spectating is still super bugged. It's difficult to get into games, and we did that today because I'm paying attention to when players start them. I can only start casting them if I catch it before it hits 5-minute mark. But one thing I've noticed when casting live is after a while it will just slow down. This looks more the speed that you're used to. You already know. Thanks for bringing that up. I have to be mindful of it and speed it up and then put it to normal again. Yes, I mean, Hera will try. We've seen this all before. And here are the trebuchets. When will Hera transport to the left? I really feel like that's necessary. That or he needs to go Imp and... Ah! He is on his way to Imp. He is on his way to Imp. Still 40 Vils behind, but I think Vivi's economy is pretty inefficient. Only 36 farmers and 51 lumberjacks. Vivi only has one stable on this side. Hera has one tower on Vivi's side. He doesn't have... Neither player really have a way to raid. Oh! Not anymore. I think the left side is Hera's weakness in this game. The left side is his weakness. This whole time he could have transported here instead. This whole time. And he now doesn't see that Vivi has placed a stable. He couldn't figure out his way to push. He didn't know where to go. And I think this is slowly going to start unraveling for him a little bit. Now he's going to the left with war galleys. But Vivi has a whole lot of villagers building stables, and he will begin to raid. Which will just distract Hera more. Okay, Hera places a castle here. And he does nicely gate. I'd expect these stables to go down, but I'd also expect some light cav to get in. And now Vivi knows the castle's here, so he might castle this. Actually, I don't know if he could place one there, but he might just bring his trebs around. Oh, you know what? Vivi could transport the trebs to here and I think range that castle. It might just be a tile or two out of range, but it's an idea. See how much Hera has had to bring over here because of one little sneak. Okay, there are the trebs. I think Vivi needs his own castle. Okay. You're about to see why... Rivers is certainly unique, but you're about to see why river games can stall out, because in a lot of ways, it's kind of a mistake to build forward castles in a game like this. Hera lost his, and now Vivi's decided to build one for now. Until Hera makes trebs, of course. But if Vivi castles here and then builds docks and maybe goes for water control, and he might be able to snipe any trebuchets that are brought over here. This stable does have 3 light cav inside. I've been paying attention to that. I don't think Vivi's paying attention to the stable right now, though, so I expect those units to die and the stable to be destroyed. These stables as well, they have units, but Hera has it fully surrounded. How many units will get through? Wow, is that a full block? That is pretty crazy. Or maybe one light cav will get past. There we go, they're hussars now, and a few will get in. Okay, so here comes Hera's trebuchets. What does Hera know? Hera knows there's a castle on its way up there. Can Hera comfortably bring his trap. Maybe he can fire from here? I mean, it's only fire ships for Vivi, so Hera might be able to trap that down. Vivi doesn't have any range. Isn't this something? I think both players are looking to wall this choke. Hera might actually be looking to sneak a villager and build stables. She's just passing. Okay, you know what? Hera needs to transport now. I mean, this is just begging for it. He has water control on the left-hand side. He needs to transport the left. The second he does that, I really like his position. Galleons and cav archers all over these fire ships. The fire ships are good in these numbers. But Vivi's lost his trebs, he'll probably lose his castle. And you could say the same for Vivi on this. Oh! Oh, she snuck through. They both snuck through. But yeah, you could say the same. Where are they going? Oh, they're dead now. You could say the same for Vivi on the right-hand side. And look, Vivi's recognized that this is his avenue. Oh, Hera has a monk there, though. I wonder if Hera will notice because of the monk. Wouldn't that be something? He will notice because of the monk. Wow. And is he converting the transport ship on 1 HP? He just converted a 1 HP transport. I would love it if Vivi hits it with a Vil. That's funny. I guess it's better than converting the Vils, but it's just kind of one of those things. Vivi wants to hop inside the transport and you can't. Yeah, so that monk coming in clutch, man. But now the Hussars will start running through this way. Man, it's killing me that Hera has not transported to the left. Faster producing stables. Vivi's doing a similar thing, using his monks as outposts on this side. Could have happened so long ago. I feel like he's been on the back foot with momentum, but it's almost unnecessary just because he didn't think... He didn't see the area he could have pushed. Well, his Treb goes down there. Vivi is normally the master of banking resources, but he doesn't have a lot of gold. So, just Hussars from him. We'll see this gold. He has 1 relic, and Hera has... Wait, hold on a second. Oh, there's one here. Oh yeah, this relic is something that Vivi can't get. Why did the game just speed up like that? It's so weird. Oh, Hera doesn't have a single relic, but he does seem to be banking up more res. But the Hussars, they're back. Hera, for whatever reason, left those stables. Not sure why he did that, actually. Maybe he thought the threat was finished off. Okay, am I crazy, though? With this whole Hera should transport the left thing? Now, I'm not saying he needs to even send units in, but just building stuff here would do so much. Vivi, this whole game has just been raiding Hera to death, and Hera has to react. Oh, you know what I want to see? I want to see the unique tech for Vivi, the Commandaran. That technology, which I just butchered the pronunciation of, means that Persians can make crossbows which only cost wood. And they do not cost gold. Could be quite nice. I just heard that Vivi collected the relic! He got the relic on this one little island! The holy relic is coming home! Yeah, so to be more specific, why don't I just show you? Commandaran, archer line gold cost is replaced by additional wood cost. So, 70, what it would be, 70 wood? It's like something like 50, 60, 70, I don't know. Just wood for crossbows. Now, Persians do not get arbalest, but they get thumb ring, and they get chemistry. So I think an army of Hussar and crossbow would do very good against an army of halberdier and cav archers. Now Vivi is building guard towers in the center and a siege workshop. Yeah, I think Hera is really... Oh, don't tell me he'll lose the Treb. Oh, he loses the Treb. I think Hera is really going to struggle now. Look at this force. And you can make them all day. Good luck using your halberdiers to counter the hussars now, Hera. Because the trash bows are coming to town. Now, it does not apply to cav archers. It only applies to crossbows. Good question. Yeah, the trash bows are here. And Vivi, I mean, he might lose access to this gold, but he's going to take a little bit more. The only weakness for Vivi has been this left-hand side. He might even castle here soon. I think Air's opportunity to go to the left is probably gone as well because he needs to deal with the right-hand side. Vivi has 50 military about to storm in. Now Hera, he has the score lead, which is a bit confusing, probably due to the amount of text he's researched. Maybe due to the kills as well, but he's certainly behind in this game. There's no doubt in my mind he's behind. Vivi could also snag this relic and make it 3-1. On top of getting all that extra gold. Vivi's not really spending a lot of gold. In fact, he's not spending any gold on the military he's making here. And he has guard towers, I guess. Guard towers and fires, yeah, and yet he will mine gold here for sure. Now, that was pretty awkward to see. I know that the patrols with melee units... Actually, patrolling in general, just pathfinding in general, is pretty bad in DE right now. I'm pretty sure that Vivi clicked his units back, and when you do that with ranged units, they'll freeze sometimes. It's weird. Yeah, you see he's clicked his units back, and they just keep getting caught up, but this position is much better than it was a second ago. And his army is food and wood only. Okay, his hussars are frozen. Like, this is what I'm talking about. He patrolled these in on an attack, and they just froze because there's trees there. See, he patrolled again, they're frozen. The units are stuck. This needs to be fixed.
You'd better be careful he isn't food for Hera here. Happy 19
did he snag the relic? He did get the relic. He did get the relic. That would give him 3. As long as Vivi has the buildings here, though, I've said it time and time again, he's the one who's in control. He's the one who's in control of this game. Hera's just constantly reacting to him. It might take Vivi a very long time to finish off the game, but he'll know. He'll know this means good things for him. Now, how he finishes off Hera is a good question. It's certainly not going to be very easy, but I think switching in Cavalier now would make sense. Hera's halberdiers won't be much of a threat now, and so Hussar and Cavalier would probably be a good use of that gold. Vivi pauses here. I would really like to see Vivi castle the left-hand side, because if Hera does start to rage there, or sneak villagers of his own, it would be dangerous. There's a lot of lumberjacks for him. Oh, hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, Hera just can't push that. Hera really needs rams there, I guess. Recognition from the fat pig to take these important areas of the map. The timing of it, the way he did it. So smart. Hera just can't find an answer. Well, I'm going to take this moment. Paladin? I didn't know he was researching Paladin. That is a moral blow for Hera. Vivi researched Paladin because he knew he could. Even if Vivi doesn't accomplish much with the Paladin, this is an in-your-face move. Basically, Hera will think, oh god, he's got a lot more gold than me. And if Hera wasn't already thinking that he's behind, he'll know now. Paladinos, man. They're expensive. But Vivi has had the gold to produce them. He has to be careful though, right? He's losing access in the center. I would have preferred that he just go for rams, but oh wow, he's going to castle this gold now. So yeah, that's an extra 2,500 gold he can take. I just want to take this moment to thank a few subs, because I've been casting this game and obviously streaming this. So Fat Teddy, thank you for the new Prime sub. Thank you Lord Heimdall for the new Twitch Prime. Airmon, Podman, King Nicky, Soup Nugget, Alba. Thank you guys for coming back with resubs. Shwako, thank you for 5 months. Strode gifted a sub to Shulker. Nice. Thanks for doing that. This is rivers, by the way. This is not islands. These maps they produce very long games because it's very hard to finish off pro players. And finally, Hera transports. I have been calling for this for 20 minutes. 20 minutes I've wanted this. And Vivi castled this gold instead of castling that left-hand side. I think the safe approach would have been to castle the left-hand side, and then this could never happen. And I'm not saying castle here because Hera could treb it, but castle here. Vivi doesn't spot that. This could be a pickle for him. And then he'll need to do what Hera's doing and start producing at his own base. And that's not what he wants. But to be fair, I think Vivi has such insane production on the right, and he's about to mix in Siege, that Hera actually could end up losing the right-hand side. So a little bit of a swap, I guess, with control of the economies. And Vivi spotted it. Vivi spotted it. He saw the outpost, he looked, he saw the villagers. Hera's sending in the villagers. Vivi, he needs to do whatever he can to stop this from unraveling him a little bit. You see this? Hera's just hoping to build stables as he focuses on this side. T90 found you when you casted JP's games. You're amazing at casting and explaining the game. Thank you, Eplash. Yeah, I mean, I try. I've sunk ungodly numbers of hours into this game, so it's good to hear that my commentary makes sense. That would probably be a bad thing if it didn't. Can we see Hera's resources? Sure, I think he is banking up food. Food and wood. In late game AoE 2, it's pretty much about how you use what little gold income you have. And it's normally Siege Ram. Vivi actually has Siege Ram queued up. He probably should. This is actually the disadvantage of being able to queue up techs. That he thinks Siege Ram is on the way, but it's actually queued up after that capped ram. So once the ram's created, then Siege Ram will come in. It's a lot of wasted time. And these stables will produce. Hera, though, doesn't have the pop space. There is still thousands of gold in this enter, and if I had $1 for every time Vivi built a guard tower here and then lost it, I would have a lot of dollars. I don't think it's been all that successful securing the gold for him to collect, but now he has fast fires. You know what? That's enough fast fires to trouble those galleons. Well, the game slowed down a little bit for us again. Sorry about that. Tato, spectating only works if I know when the game starts. So I was watching your stream when you were playing Hera, and I waited. I basically have to go to people's streams to know when they start the game, and then try and catch it within 5 minutes. Otherwise, I can't watch it. But nice to see you, Tato. I was doing my Tato impersonation earlier. Next game, force nothing, man. It's not very good. I'm sorry.
T90 salute, T90 salute, T90 salute, T90 salute.
Tato, thank you for 31 months. I really appreciate the recorded games as well. Certain players have been working with me to get some of the best games onto YouTube, so will be soon. But you know what, Hera, he lost control of the center. He doesn't have as much navy there anymore. Both players have 75 military. Oh, but can Hera take back the left-hand side? So many hussars. Man, Hun stables are just sick. That extra production speed. But yes, Vivi has the trash bows, but they're still crossbows without bracer. And Vivi is panicking now, and he's making hussars and paladins. The rams are soaking up a lot of the hussar attack, so I think that Vivi will probably stabilize again. And then if he takes water, you should think about transporting again, and he's kind of doing it here, though Hera's castle position was perfect. Hecker, thank you for 7, my friend. This chair is super uncomfortable. I don't know if you guys saw my Twitter post, but I actually have 2 computer chairs now, like brand new computer chairs. I need to try both of them out. I'm sitting on a crappy chair I got from Walmart when I first moved down here in July, and I just haven't, I didn't get a new one when I should have, and I'm feeling it this morning, or today. It looks like Hera has no food, but it's because he has hundreds of, well, not hundreds, maybe near 100 units queued up. But I still feel like it's, I mean, this is certainly how he's going to come back in this game. If he's going to come back in this game, he needs to take the right-hand side. But he would then need to get over to Vivi's side. How much wood is left? Wow. You know, there's not a lot of wood left on the map. And most of it is here. Vivi has maybe 40, 50 trees, and then, I mean, it'll be stupid if it ends up being this way.
T90 farm, T90
But
farm, T90 farm.
I think if Hera gets the right side back, I give him the edge. I mean, the thing, oh, Vivi has cannon galleons though. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not, because Vivi will have the gold, and now he has cannon galleons. Watch these things. Look how sick these things look. Hey, Vivi, can you use them for me? Here comes the trap. Look at that! Hello? 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 Alright, Vivi's paying attention to the right-hand side, where it's a whole lot less calm. Hera has 73 military. It's only 33 for Vivi. Wow. Where's Vivi's numbers? I guess he was hoping to produce solely on the right-hand side, and now he can't do that. He needs more buildings, which will cost more wood. So, can you guys see... We have seen both the good things and the bad things about rivers. On many of these maps that they have in the map pool, good players, evenly matched players, will always take it to post-imp, and the game will go past an hour. Take it from Tato. I think Tato might still be out there. Tato has played plenty of games over 1 hour at this point. So, it's sick what Hera has done here, and okay, I guess this is normal speed. But it also kind of bothers me that it's almost, it seems impossible to finish off games. Because now what does Hera need to do? Hera needs to get all of these hussars over to Vivi's base, but he can't because Vivi has water. But Vivi can't push Hera because Hera has land. If it was a 300 population game, maybe it'd be different. But with pro settings, this is what this turns into. Hera is doing a good job with that treb, actually. Huns have accurate trebuchets, and it's helped him out, but he does not have stone to repair that castle any longer. And this would be an avenue for Vivi to transport. Okay, so now Hera has all of these hussars, and he can't go anywhere with them. Just lame maps, no one wants to see Skirm, Hussar, Pike all game. I mean, listen, every once in a while, especially big tournaments, having hybrid maps run out the late game, it's very epic play what they're doing here. But This happens on a consistent basis with most of the map pool, so that's why people are talking about the map pool. But I do prefer Vivi's position as long as he keeps a few buildings producing on this side and Hera doesn't get 100 Hussars into Vivi's eco. But man! Man! This must be so frustrating for Vivi. Hera's trebuchets... So Hun Trebs, for those that don't know, have 100% accuracy. So he's been able to snipe bombard cannon after bombard cannon, Treb after Treb from Vivi, and Vivi's cannon galleons as well are dying. And he can't use his galleons to attack the Trebs because of the castle fire. And now Hera is trying his best to send Hussars through. His best option is actually to use Hussars against Navy. That's his best option. Now, I think it'd be worth it to build a transport here and just transport over Hussars. I'm really surprised that Hera's not doing that. Could be his way back. Look, watch this. It's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. This is infuriating, man. Oh my god. Oh man. The players are too good for the map pool. The map pool is just very... Oh, wait, hold on. We have Elite Cannon Galleon now. How expensive is Elite Cannon Galleon? That's not cheap, right? I forget. I also like how Vivi, just to make sure he wouldn't make a mistake, fully walled this instead of relying on just a gate. Okay, so I guess you have to fire with the Elite Cannon Galleons. Then move, then dodge. Maybe if Vivi transported some Hussars here, it would take care of the Trebs. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh god, not again. Vivi micro, good. Micro, there you go. There you go. Micro again. Hera's repairing. It's so dumb, but there's so much importance to this right here. Hera now has to decide to attack the Treb, which he will probably kill. Can he repair his Treb fast enough? He's repairing his Treb fast enough. Woo! He kills another Treb. Rivers, yay! Oh, convert? No way. He is almost getting a conversion on the cannon galleons. Oh, he converted the transport ship. Oh, use the transport ship and send the Hussars over and raid the gold. That would be sick. 50 military, just useless over here. Well, not useless, because the Navy's up against the shoreline, I guess. How much wood is left? Is Vivi completely out of trees? Vivi has maybe 10 trees. He does have 300 wood banked up. Hera has a lot more wood to chop, though. And cannon galleons and Trebs are really expensive with wood. Who would have thought that of all the bonuses from Huns, it would come back to Hun trebuchets? And how Hun trebuchets have that accuracy. Vivi still has maybe 2,000 gold. He still has 3 relics. Actually, did Hera get 1 relic? Oh, he is 2. Yeah, so it's 3-2 with relics. This was Vivi's transport ship. And Hera's now added Navy on the left. And Hera, he's making demos. That's kind of weird. Why is he making demos? Did he... I think he meant to make transports, right? I think Vivi's dead. I mean... Say what you want about the maps, and say what you want about how messy this is, but if these Hussars arrive, yeah, he definitely did not mean to make demos. Maybe he meant to make a batch. But if those Hussars arrive into Vivi's eco, Vivi does not have anything there to defend it. And Hera's used his galleons to snipe the cannon galleons. Or some of them. Okay, maybe he wanted the demos for the fires, actually. That would make sense. Man, look for Vivi's population deployment. No! Vivi's coming in to chop Hera's wood! And he's also raiding Hera's wood, but this is very exposed. This castle's still up. It must be so expensive to buy stone. Hera's about to run out of stone, so he needs to make his Hussar raid count quickly. I think Vivi's cannon galleon position is perfect now. Okay, that castle's going down. That castle is finally a goner. I think. Hera bought more stone. Hera bought more stone. He believes. Oh, this is expensive navy. Oh, and Vivi's walling his villagers off so he can chop the trees. I think there's a hole there, guys. I think there's a hole. I hope he checks. Alright, now Vivi can send his cannon galleons back in. Hera will have his hussars eventually. To the left, where there's actually not many villagers. There is the monastery. No, there was a hole. Vivi, house wall. House wall. Every tree you chop is huge. No, he has his own hussars. The winged hussars have arrived. What a game. Hera's castle will finally go down. Jeez, how long did that take? That took forever. Okay, now how much wood does Vivi have? 2k wood. 2k wood. And the winged hussars arrived. Dun, dun, dun. He's making pikes. He's making stables. He might end up sending a lot of his villagers over to Hera's side. Man, sick stuff. Sick stuff. It's all about resources. Hera has a lot of units queued up. So, at least he's producing. Might be kind of dangerous to make the trash bows now, but I think a few will be needed here against any halbs that Hera might make. Oh man, Hera destroying the monastery is huge. Vivi had so much to focus on, there was no way he could relocate the relics. 150 population for the Fat Pig. Hera has 100 military. It's only 50 for Fat Pig. Yeah. Now, if Hera would have done this earlier in the game, I think that this could have worked out for him more. But he got to the position in the game that he wanted. Finally got to the left. Using the faster, stable production from Huns. Hera's sending a monk over. I don't know if the monk will make it, but he definitely wants those relics. Look at the monk. Look at the monk micro. T90, you're like the Trevor James of AoE. I don't know who Trevor James is, but hopefully he's good at whatever he does. I always look at population. At this stage of any game, population tells the tale. Resources tell the tale. Vivi's creating new villagers to pop back up, but he doesn't have anywhere to collect resources. He has 40 idols, and he will have more idols as he produces. He will probably get the relic back, but if he doesn't have wood, his navy just offers nothing to him. Hera just needs to be sneaky and boink. You know, maybe continue to raid. I guess everything that Vivi has in his base will run to the right soon. But Hera will send another transport in. Not sure how successful it will be. Wow, Vivi will actually have to hunt the deer now for food. That's how bad it is. Yeah, Vivi focused too much on water. I mean, it's just honestly about who has the most wood. I can't really say he focused too much on water because he needed water to control, you know, keep Hera's units away. Vivi just ran out of wood. I'd be interested to see the wood collected stat at the end of this game. Okay, Hera used the transport. I mean, if Vivi didn't have water control here, then it wouldn't be very good for him. He needs some form of water control here. I think Vivi is just He's trying to repop, but he has heavy camels now. He can maybe do it with heavy camels if Hera doesn't have halbs, but I think Hera can add halb. Hera still has wood and food. I'm both really impressed with the players, and I'm both, and I also recognize the flaws of a map like this, but it has produced an epic game. How did Hera stay alive earlier? It's really the production from him. The elite cannon galleons are on the way. You see the resources of Hera at the top left and the production. Now you see the resources from Vivi at the top left. It's not near as good. And he still has 35 idols. He just can't get to the wood.
He's fucking back. She liked it. I mean, my mom liked your stream.
As long as Hera holds this position, it's game over because he has wood to chop and Vivi does not. You know you're playing late game rivers when your villagers are collecting shorefish on the center island. That's how desperate he is right now. Wow. 1 hour and 37 minutes in. But guys, I think Vivi's dead. Hera has more queued up. Has more production. He's through. Vivi doesn't have many of these villagers even working over here. He does have farms queued up, but what's he about to do with these villagers? Transport them to Hera's side? Is it a wood heist? Is that what we're about to see? Desperation move for wood? I'd laugh if he built a lumber camp here. He probably wants to build stables or something. Yeah, he'll just be overrun. Hera will overrun him. Vivi is desperate. Oh my god, he did it! I wasn't expecting him to do it, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Let's go! Protect that with the cannon galleons. This is Rivers. Welcome to Rivers. And Hera, Hera sees it now. So Hera is probably filled with confidence. He probably realizes that, yeah, my opponent's running out of wood. Look how many hussars are here. Ridiculous. In the south, it's just some fire shits from Vivi. Nothing special. Hera has the wood to chop. Vivi is now at 110 pop. And the fat pig, who played extremely well in this game. Both players did. He's not so fat anymore. He's the thin pig. He's on a wood-free diet. This is kind of weird to say. There's not a whole lot of exercise for people in his town. 54 idols out of the 60 villagers. I think like this is almost a game where either both players win or both players lose. You could have played 3 Arabia games in this time, maybe even 4. You played 1 game, and the game ends. Wow, what a match. Hera wins. 31k score. Now, now that you look at it, and you look at more space that Hera had in his side, I'm really curious what the total wood distribution was like. Keep in mind that if Hera... let's think about it this way. So, what if the positions were flipped and they were on different sides of the map? And then Vivi had the left side.
I know wood T90 tree.
So, if Vivi had control, Vivi had control of all of these wood lines, but Hera still had enough to produce. I'm really curious.
To see a forest nothing under with
if Hera would have had control of Vivi's side in the same fashion, if Vivi would have ran out of wood earlier than Hera did in this situation. Let's look at the achievements. So the wood count was actually quite similar in terms of what was collected, with what was remaining, it might not have been that... Oh, no! I was going to say it might not have been that extreme. But did you see the food count for Hera? The food count for Hera was almost 100,000. That was crazy. Sorry, I didn't mean to click back. What I will tell you is, I was trying to go back to the game, that there were a lot of kills in that game. There's a lot of deaths, and there's a lot of action. Now, we can speculate what Vivi might have done wrong or might have done right, but the truth is, there's no way he could foresee the fact that's going for an hour and 50 minutes. I think that he probably did his best option in going for the trash bows on the right side of Hera's base. It's certainly better than skirms, and going halbs there with Hussar would have been his only other play, which I don't think would have worked, because remember, Hera had skirms and cav archer. Vivi just needed, he honestly needed to raid more, maybe take that castle out in the center, and Hera held on and chopped that wood. What a GG, though. That's definitely going to YouTube. Sorry I missed out on the statistics. And let me know in the YouTube comments what you think of Rivers and Highland. And, well, some of these maps that produce some really, really wood-losing games.